EA Sports is proud to present continuing coverage of the world of golf. Today, live coverage comes your way of the final round. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. And that a beauty safely in the fairway to get this Sunday round started. Let's bring in Nota Begay the third once more. Nota, when you were a kid with those big dreams, 11, 12 years old, you're on the putting green practicing all those hours. The 4-footer was for what?
Well, these 4-footers, a lot of 4-footers today are going to be for one of the biggest prizes in golf, and that's an invitation to the Masters and to the US Open. And for any young golfer trying to work their way up the ladder, those are the pinnacles of achievement in our game. So a lot at stake today, a lot of pressure. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. This from 7 feet. Oh, that is right on the precipice of going down. But I do believe it's going to stay out. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. On to our first par 5 of the round, the 563-yard third hole. Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. The driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, that's a good stroke. Doesn't quite get the reward of the eagle, but a birdie would be a nice consolation, right? Yeah, no sweat. It is a birdie here at the 3rd. And he's got it to 14 under par. Up next, we come to the par 4 4th hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Oh, how about the touch right there? Very well done.
Hard to do much better than that. It was nearly perfect.
Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. On now to the number 1 handicap hole on the course. That is the 445-yard par 4 5th. This one plays right along the bluffs of the Pacific. Keeping it straight here is the big key, because trouble lurks on either side if your tee shot or your approach are wayward. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Ooh.
I didn't realize this all was this long. Long, short, here we go again. Now, This would be an unbelievable par if you can make this putt.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. All right, that's in for a double bogey 6. And that's going to drop his score back to 12 under par. The second par 3 of this front side, another long one, this 6th hole measuring out at 217 yards. That voice in your head will be telling you, don't go left, because if you do, you'll be down the cliff and onto the beach here by 5 Mile Point. Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. 3 putts, a definite possibility here. This is a long look for birdie. How about the speed here? Are you kidding? That is exceptional from that distance. That is worth a wow. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4 7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. And that will likely leave an uphill approach for the second, a green that is one of the more difficult on the course. This may be a touch right. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. While sitting on an upslope here, you got to be careful that you don't get this one straight up in the air from that lie.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Nope, that'll be short, maybe by a good 10 feet. This is a 9-footer. Nah, that was right all the way. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he'll fall back down to 11 under. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or vomit over those 2 fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach. that is right, and that could be trouble. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. It'll take some effort from this buried lie, but a chance now to still reach this green in 2.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay at 11 under par. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5 9th. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way, but if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. No issues here. That is into the fairway.
Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You're advanced the way. But that second shot on this par 5, that completely took the green out of play. Airmailed. That is a big mistake.
Chance now to make the turn with some momentum for birdie. Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and this will be a 2 over 38 on this front side. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. Oh, a miss there. That is way right. A little too much roll on the back end there, and this is going to wind up diving into the heavy stuff. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation. Okay, so good work there to get this back out into the short grass.
And really, this is not a bad spot to be, just a little short of the green. Certainly not out of the question to get away with a par. And just when I thought the momentum was going in the right direction after that birdie, please don't give it back straight away. Well, that was truly a very good shot. It's tough to sort of shake off a stub chip, but well done.
Good putt there. It's a bogey 5 here at the par 4. But the lead, still comfortable here at 4 shots. On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it right over that bunker that guards the front right portion of the green. This one's starting a little bit right. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with it.I the third.
105 yards to the front, 146 to the hole. Pin is in the left back portion of the green.
Imagine a miss club because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And this will stay a 4-shot advantage with time running out for the rest of the field. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism, but par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. That one may get up close to the right edge, but it looks like it's going to hang on. That'll be just fine. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, it did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
The putter has not been at its best, but this a good look for birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And the lead swells to 4 with 5 holes to play. On to a tough one now, the par 4 14th, listed at 390 yards. Pot bunkers are the worry here. There are 5 of them to contend with all told, and none are easy outs. The green is a narrow one as well, with a good amount of tilt from back to front. This one gonna really test your distance control. Back up the hill for an eagle. Oh, wonderful effort right there. That was tracking much of the way, and it'll leave a short one for birdie. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And the rest of the field squarely in the rear view mirror now. This is up to a 5-shot lead. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateaued green is not a bad play here. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
This has a little bit of uphill to it, working back to the right of the end.
Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And this one close to being over, as it'll remain a 5-shot cushion. Maybe the prettiest hole on the golf course, this par 4 16. A plethora of options off the tee. Most end up deciding to see just how close to the green they can get it. Beware, though, of the ever-present bend and dunes pot bunkers, as well as some pretty thick gorse off to the right. A little tentative there, and that'll come up short. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. It'll hold tight at minus 13. Feast or famine here on this par 4 17th at 405 yards. There are no good misses off the tee. Left has pot bunkers and thick gorse. Right with a long bunker and the side of a canyon to contend with. Best to just put one right down the middle, but that's easy for me to say.
There's no way that ball could have gone through the tree, but somehow it did. It's finished up actually all right.
So from right around 80 yards or so, this is second.
Oh, just the strike, the sound of it, and the ball does the rest. Great shot.
Nicely done. Birdie finished off here at 17. And the lead is up to a full 6 shots on the rest of the field. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bandon Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the clubhouse? That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach this green in two. Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in two on the par 5. Oh my goodness, what a final round performance here. Trailing to begin the day, it's an eagle at the last, and that should almost certainly lead to victory. Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Enjoyed it, Frank?
Certainly did, Rich. Once again, the golf course provided more than a stern test.
And for the entire team, I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time.